Okay, so let's work on the composition notebook. And so what I decided to do with this one is I've already got a piece of my linen that I went ahead and just sprayed with that oxide spray. Now on this one though, I did put a little Mod Podge on it to keep the yellow from running. And so then I've just got some bits and pieces that I have actually cut out of the magazine, and some of it I just took and put on that deli sheet, just kind of like I did in the other book. And I've got some Tim Holtz tissue here, collage tissue paper, just some bits that I'm going to add in the composition notebook. And then I've got some glassine bags that I'm going to get in there. And here is the artist trading paper, or artist paper. I don't know why I call them artist trading papers. I guess I always have artist trading cards on my mind when I say artist. So the artist paper that's always in the book, and these are the two. I went ahead and stitched around them. I've cut them to fit and stitched around them. This will be my front cover, this will be my back. And I did it really simply. I just simply took the paper and I actually just lined it up. I don't know if you can see this, but I lined up my paper with this on the inside, and then I just took my pencil and draw it around it once I had it in place. If you'll just do that, it just makes it easier. Same way with the inside cover and back inside cover. I've just used a couple of sheets of just paper from the book, just a couple of the images there. Because I did the other journal, I really didn't have anything to match this one, so I just went ahead and used this instead of the artist paper. So, but I did it really the same way. If you'll just set it in there and then close your book and draw around it with the pencil, cut it out. You don't have to really do a lot of measuring that way. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and get these covers on, and I was sitting here contemplating whether I wanted to get this on first and then maybe place this over it, or if I wanted the other just hanging above it. I wasn't sure how I wanted to do that, but I'm thinking that I would like the stitches showing, but then again I also like the little frayed edges showing. So I guess it really doesn't matter, but or I could just pull it further back in the back and just barely catch that a little bit and still have my stitches, which is maybe what I'll do. So okay, so let's go ahead and get these covers stuck down. Get my glue going here. And also, I have seen a lot of the ladies on YouTube using these bakery bottles for some of their glues. So I got this. Well, actually, I went to Tuesday Morning and they didn't have the bottles anymore. I had seen them there. So I went to Hobby Lobby and checked out their baking section, but they didn't, I don't think the one that I seen there had the metal tip, and I really wanted the metal tip. So I was going to purchase the one I found at Hobby Lobby, and then I changed my mind and went over to Michael's and went to their baking section, and they did have these, and this is where I ended up getting this right here. This is the Sugar Bell. They had this smaller bottle, and I got the smaller bottle, and then they had one bigger. They come 2 in a pack, and I wanted the smaller bottle. I didn't want that big one. But I put my Fabri-Tac in it, and I haven't had the big fountain. You know how your glue just keeps coming out and coming out? I haven't had the fountain effect. So I'm happy with this. I'll probably keep my Fabri-Tac in this bottle, this type of bottle. The metal tip I like. It always has the same hole. I mean, when you have to cut the plastic on your Fabri-Tac, sometimes, well, I had even tried cutting that hole a little bigger to see if I could get rid of that fountain that always comes out, and it just didn't work. So, but then I got a lot more glob of glue. So anyway, I went and got mine at Michael's, and it is the Sugar Bell bakery bottle. You have to go to the baking section, the little bakery section, to find it. But it has worked great so far, and I love that it doesn't keep spouting out the top. I hate that spouting out the top on the Fabri-Tac bottle. So anyway, if you haven't got one and you have seen everybody using these bottles, there's one place that you can get it if you can't find them at Tuesday morning, is Michael's. So, and I don't know, maybe Hobby Lobby does carry the Sugar Bell or the metal tipped bottles, but I don't believe it was, and that's I think why I put it back, because it wasn't metal tipped, or maybe you had to buy the metal tip separate, or I don't know, something like that. And so that's why I put it back and thought, no, I'll just wait. And then I headed over to Michael's right after that, and of course they had the bottle that already came with the metal tip, just like that. So anyway, and there's 2 in there. So if you use Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Fusion, or something like that, it works well. And like I said, I haven't got that fountain spouting effect, and so I really like that. Alright, so here's my here is my thing. And if you live somewhere, and I have to drive to the city to be able to get to Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby, I have to drive into the city, which is about 50, 60 miles, is what it is for me to get there. And but if you'll message me, if you have no way, you can't buy them online, can't find these online, or don't live close enough to go, if you will just message me the next time I'm in the city, if they have them, I will pick up some of these. And if nothing else, to get a little cheaper, I'll try to split the 2 bottles and have 1 bottle. Alright, so the covers are on, and if you live like I do outside of a city, I don't have a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby or a Joann's. Everywhere I go, I have to drive to get there. Next time I go into the city, I may try to pick up a few of these and maybe put them as a single bottle in the shop or something, where you can have access to it. I never thought about it when I bought this, but I will try to do that, because it just makes your gluing so much easier. But I will try to do that. I'm going to have a little bit of black showing, I can see there, but I got a little too, I don't know if I can get that off. Yeah, I think I can. I'm going to try to scoot it just a little more. I don't like the black showing, so I'm going to just re-glue here. Just going to take and re-glue. Because I don't like the way that looked. Let's do that a little better this time. Because I can always cover the spine. That's not a hard thing to do. So we can always cover the spine, but we can't cover that black. Okay, there we go. That shows on the sides. All right, that's good. I got it covered this time. I should have paid attention. All right, so that glue rolled off the spine there. All right, so that looks good. I didn't do too much damage. All right, so what I'm going to do is go ahead now and get my yellow put on. And I'm going to just kind of put it on the front first. And so I can know exactly where I want it here. Let's see which side I want to use. I think I better use this side. Okay, so I want those stitches showing a little bit there. Those my stitching. I know I want it showing, so I'm just going to try to not cover it too awful much. Okay. So there is that, and then I'm going to go ahead now and finish out the on that little spine good. Okay, so it's going to be longer in the back, and that's okay, because I would rather have my stitches showing on the front and not so worry about it on the back. And it's already been Mod Podge, so I'm not going to try to tear it. So there we are. So there is the cover. All right, now I'm going to go in, and I may want that to dry real good before I get to opening too much. Yeah, I'm going to let this dry real good before I start opening, because what it does is it will wrinkle my fabric if it's not dry before I have that book open. So I'm going to give it a few minutes to dry, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've let that dry enough that we can go ahead and get our stuff stuck down. So I thought I would put this real colorful one on the inside front, and then this one on the inside back. So let's do that. Now this one I didn't stitch around, I just left it kind of like it was. Just another way to use up your artist paper. I've been trying to think of ways just to use that, because I have always just let mine set in the book, not really using it for anything. For one thing, it wouldn't fit in my, I mean, it wouldn't go with, you know, my journals and things because of the glossiness. I do everything in nearly grungy vintage type things, so I always am thinking of ways to use that. Okay, so that is in, and I'm thinking I'm not sure, I may put a piece of masking tape down that. Not sure. I've been playing with the masking tape a lot lately, and just, I don't know, it adds a lot to your vintage, I think. You know, it just gives it a little bit more of a sloppier, grungier feel. All right. Don't think I need a whole lot of glue on here. It'll probably stick really good. I just try to get around the edges really good. Okay. All right. So there is that. Okay. So there are our inside covers, front and back. Then I did go ahead and stick this in. I have some of the very large glassine bags in the shop. They're like a 10 by 11 or something. They're really big. As a matter of fact, I had to cut this down and sew it in order to be able to get it in the book to fit. But all I really do is I fold it where I just stick this bag. This is pretty much the length of it, but I've cut down the width, and I lay it in here, and I just put my hand in there and crease it and fold it to find out where it needs to glue in, because what I've done is I've glued this for a really big pocket. I've just glued the back to a page, and then my folded over piece I've just left. So this part of the bag is all glued to a page to make a pocket, and then this is just left loose, and I've cut the end of it. So it's one bag folded, part of it glued down to a page, and the other part loose, not glued, because that's normally you'd glue it to both pages, just to kind of hang for another pocket. So you have like two pockets in your book. So if you're making notes or you know, something where you need to slide a ephemera or receipts, whatever you're using it for, you'll have places to do that. I'm going to put these other two bags in here as well. So I think I am pretty much going to leave this and put nothing on this first page, and then I just randomly grab some pages is what I do. And I think I will, these are out of another magazine. I think it was the issue before this one. And they just had really cute words: explore, courage, seek. This one's promise. And so I cut some of those out to use. And what I want to do is just simply take them and staple them like little tabs. That's my purpose for those. Okay, I just want to take it, and you can always add a little bit of glue if you want it to, you know, not pull, to tear if you use it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to take maybe a few more pages here, and I want to do just like maybe a collage. How close am I to the middle? I'm thinking I'm going to use like this butterfly. I have this cut out of the magazine. I have stitched around it, and I'm thinking I'm going to just do maybe a collage of some sort. I thought about using some of the tissue paper there, or maybe I want to do a collage but then have a little bit down along the bottom or something. I don't know, but it just kind of collaging it. That's what I'm thinking. Just to make a pretty page as you're writing, you know, and using your notebook, you have something to look at that's pretty. So I'm going to just add a little bit of glue to this tissue and just glue it in. And then I'm going to, because I don't want that to move a lot, I'm just going to stick that right where I wanted it to kind of be. And if I don't get it all glued down, it's not a big deal because it's just a notebook. Okay, and then I will set my little image, and it's just kind of a cute little collage, I think. So all right, so let's just kind of stick that like that. I love the colors in this. This is really bright, and it's a lot of different for me. A lot of difference because I'm always so neutral. Like I said before, I'm always so neutrals. I love the creams, the browns, the more vintage tones, neutral tones. So for me, these popping bright colors are very, very different. So, but I do like this. I like the bright butterfly. Okay, so there is just a little collage page, and then I'll go over and I think I'll go ahead and maybe, let's see, put another one of these in because I actually have 4 of them. So 2 will go before my center and then 2 can go after my center is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to put this one just a little further down, somehow like that. I may rip a little bit of it off. And I'm just going to staple this one again to the page, and I will set a little glue to just hold it a little so that it doesn't accidentally tear. Alright, so there'll be our tab, and then here's the center. We'll move on to the center. And for the center, I thought, because I did put, now this is some of that Patty's Pockets, Stains by Patty Pockets. This is Patricia Veramonte's. I did a little craft with me, play with the stains in a video not too long ago. If you want to see how I used it, I will put that link in the description box. If I can remember to, I will put that link there. And anyway, I used some of it on this. Now, I didn't this. I left it the white glassine bag, but I did that part there. And then I thought I would put a piece of just linen, just that plain. This is actually the little cloth that I used, the fabric that I used to spray the oxide stains on. So I thought, I've already stitched around this image, and I thought I would go ahead and stick her there, and then I actually sewed around 3 or 4 of these little word ones, the little live life, joy, heart and soul, and journey. And what I thought I wanted to do was kind of stagger them right there in the beginning of that envelope. That's what I was thinking. I could take and just, I don't know, just have a little fun with them there. So, not sure exactly where I'm going to go with that. unless I just have to keep it on the, which would work, and it would set closer with my image. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I will think about that before I stick them down. And I know this is where this is going for sure, so let's just go ahead and put a little Fabri-Tac there on that envelope. Not going to get too carried away, just enough to stick the fabric. Okay. And then there's plenty of places then to have little pockets, because not only do you have your big pocket, you've got this little pocket here. And depending, we may go back and add a glassine bag on this other half side. I put this right in the center of the signature, so. All right. I'm going to add just a little bit there. Okay, and then let's add the image. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of a rainy day today. I think we're supposed to get storms this evening, so all right, so there is that. This was really a pretty image in the magazine. Really loved this. There were several images that went with it that were just beautiful. Okay, so there is that. And let's add just a tiny more glue. I'm going to use a little bit of this finer point here to get in here. All right, and then I'll come back and I'll figure out where exactly I want those little pieces. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead, and I know that I want to add another little, another one of these. This time I'll add a little glue and then staple it. I know that's what I want there. So we'll add that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add that last one. I'll just come in here somewhere and add this last one. We'll just put it a little high this time. And give it a good staple there. All right, and that's the little tabs in. And let's go ahead and add a little collage here. Let's go here. What I thought would be fun is maybe this little image here. I thought just real simple. These are just really, really simple collages. And just get that glue stirred around right there. Alright, and then add the image. And just get that glue stirred around right there. Alright, and then add the image. Alright, so there's just a little simple, fun collage. And then I do have like a little one here we could use if we wanted to. I'm not sure. May just leave it alone. I like it kind of just like it is, but let's see. Maybe we'll use this little bit of number there. Go down there, we can add it here. Yep. Let's see, where do I want to add that little number? Maybe you want to add it just like that. That looks kind of cute there. Either there or there. I think I'm going this a long ways, sideways there. So let's go ahead and get that kind of inked or glued up. Okay. So there's that. Alright, so that's just a cute little page. And then we'll kind of skip over a couple here. I know I wanted to put a bag, and I'll put a bag in my other front as well. I'm thinking I'm either going like that, or I'm going to grab this bright colored fella here. Let's see. I just put her. She had the little heart. So I think I'm going to use him. But if I use him, because he's a bigger image, I may want to use this bigger bag. Because I have a bigger bag here. And I think that's what I'll do. And then that'll be a nice big bag to put something in. And I will put this smaller bag on the other side of the signature there. And it will have a bag as well. So there'll be lots and lots of places to store your different things that you're going to use your notebook for. Okay, so we're just going to place that. I'm not going to worry about so much if it's... Oh, we've got him too. He would work. But he kind of matches the front cover, so, or the front inside cover. So let's go ahead and just get him stuck down. Yeah. And then we'll stick this bag down. Just go ahead and get the bag stuck down now. I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac for that. Okay. I'm just going to kind of put my hand in there and hold that bag. It just makes it a little easier to get the glue on it for me without getting glue all over my page. I'm just going to make sure I kind of get it on the sides so that it holds good on the all around the edges. Okay, and I'm just going to stick that down. And there is a nice big pocket. Yeah, a nice big pocket to put stuff in. All right, so then I'm going to go over and find a place to put the bag. And you know what? Maybe that's what I'll put in the very, very front, is this bag. That may be what I do. I think that would work. And let's see, let's grab a piece of tissue here. See what I've got right here. I'm just going to tear a piece off the edge there. Okay. And let's just rip a little bit and just have us a little small collage just like that. So this is just pretty easy peasy here. Not a lot of thought to how you have to get a collage done. It's just very simple. Oops. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of get that stuck down. Alright. And then let's get our image stuck down. Kind of, yeah. Okay, so I like that. That just is fine with me. I think that looks kind of cute. Okay, so now let's get the bag stuck down with our Fabri-Tac. Just mainly making sure that we have the edges glued. Okay. And yeah, I think that's just perfect just to go in the very front of the front of the book. That was probably the best. And then you just have that bag in the very front. Okay. Got glue on my fingers, so glue's coming off everywhere. Okay. Alright, nice pocket to hold stuff. Alright, so pretty much finished up, other than I need to decide what I'm gonna do with the I have this little image here with those 3 or 4 things going down the center. I do have a little collage here I could put together, but I don't know. I don't know for sure there. I may make that a pocket as well. Maybe I just want to grab a little I want that one to show. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do, just a little something like that. Just kind of encase that little heart. I actually even sewed around the little heart. I don't know if you can see it or not. I stitched around that little heart. Okay, so I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. Set that one right there. Take the little image here. Okay. And just kind of place it there by that sideways number 1, and then just glue this little off tear here, off piece. Let me even go this way with it. And just add it there. Okay, so that just made a fun little collage is what it did. So there is that, and then maybe, okay, so maybe I want to make a little pocket here as well. Right there, using that. And if we do that, then I will go ahead and actually put these down here instead, like I had thought about in the beginning. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to use that as a pocket. So that's, I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to even rethink it. I'm just going to do it. So I'm going to stick this little tissue down. Okay. Let's just stick that little, I'm going to stick it right along mainly the edge of that glassine bag opening there. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to glue the sides, the three sides. Two sides in the bottom, because I'm going to let this be another pocket. It's kind of what I'm going for here. I'm just going to make that a pocket. Okay. So let's just make it a pocket. And then if we want to add just bits and pieces, you could, to make it look like it's just kind of, you know, a little piece of that collage there. That would be kind of cute up there in the corner. I think that's what I'll do. Just to kind of tie the top with the bottom. So let's do that. Let's just kind of add that there. Alright, and then I'm going to add these four right here. And because I have two with yellow in them, I'm going to kind of separate those yellows. Okay. And I'm going to stick this one down. I'm going to try to not get so much on the edge there, because a little bit of that edge is going to be hanging over. So okay, so we got our joy, which yeah, that'll be alright. And then let's put the journey at the top. Oops, I got a little glue where I didn't want to. See, I'm thinking that's going to have to slide a little bit on that other piece there. So let's see, we're going to add journey, but I think that's going to have to go under it a little. No, it won't. Okay. All right, I'm going to slide it in a little bit more though. Let me get that open. So let's get the journey in there. Okay. And this is Live Life. I'm not sure if I want them all going the same way. Or if I want to take them in and have them just go different. Yep, I think that's what I want. Okay, so let's get this stuck in here. I'm going to set that one just a little bit going that way. This one here may actually go up and down, straight up and down. Okay, so oh, you know what? We could curl those a little bit. I'm kind of bending them anyway. Why don't we just curl them up a little bit? That would be okay. All right, so there is our little notebook. Altered notebook with the artist paper. So anyway, that is basically, and I would probably tie something around that. I wouldn't add anything to the cover. So that's something that if Tina would like to do, she can do. I'm going to leave it just like that, and then maybe she can personalize it a little bit. And so anyway, there we go. The little altered comp book using our artist paper, and I love the bags. So very, very happy with it. Oops, don't want that to stick shut, so I'll probably, let's just put that deli paper in there so that nothing sticks. That's usually what I do when I'm waiting for something to dry. I just stick some deli paper in it, and it kind of keeps it from... There's our other bag. There's our other little collage. So anyway, guys, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed the video and the process of the projects. I will see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.